Hi, cat. Come and get some mango, baby.
One, two, 1, 2, 3. Self-awareness is a superpower. My name is KathyLaDonna. Welcome to Soul and Vibration. I hope the free thinkers are doing well. And if you're not doing well, I'm happy to remind you that you are the most powerful person that you know. You are the most powerful person that you know because only you can create your reality. Hey guys, today is Tuesday, September 24th, and the energies in the day adds up and reduce to number 5 vibration. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. When it comes to the the sea serpent. So when it comes to the spirit animal, we have the sea serpent. And with the sea serpent energy, my attention goes to a cycle, something about a cycle. And it's almost like with the sea serpent energy, I see a cycle and then getting back to a point within a cycle where we have to face ourselves. Something about today's energy brings me to facing oneself. It's like coming face to face with an aspect of oneself. And when I look at today's energy, I could tell that there will be big time running away from some parts of ourselves today. Today is definitely one of those days where you want to leave the house with a checklist and alarm clocks going off at different points to remind you of what needs to be done today. Or for me, what I like to do is addressing the important things first thing within the day, knocking them out, and then seeing the rest of the day as a treat. Because for me, I like to be free, but at the same time, I need structure. So I feel like I'm like this kite that's flying in the wind, but I need an anchor. So for me, my anchor might be getting up every day, and first thing in the day, I address whatever it is that I need to do. And then it's like a treat for me to have the rest of the day to myself to do whatever I want with it, however I want with it. And I feel like when it comes to this kind of energy, it might be beneficial to do so. Like for me, being born on the 30th, the number 3 is similar to the number 5. And in the beginning, but for me, for a while, I struggled with structure, discipline, and consistency. It's different though when people are relying on me. Like if someone's expecting me, then I could show up, be structured, be disciplined, be consistent. You know, that's my rising. But if it's just for me alone, then there's no structure there. And I had to implement and create that structure for myself. And the way I did it was over time. Like first it started with making my bed though, and then I I compounded things on. So my first routine thing that I would do every day, no matter what, of course, is, you know, brushing my teeth and making my bed. So, you know, I add things onto that. So it's like, say, for example, today would be a day where, you know, get up, brush my teeth, make my bed, get dressed, go for my walk, prepare for my videos, take my shower, boom, record, and I have the rest of the day for myself. Like I like to do everything first thing. And if you can do that, it'll be beneficial, you know, but before you even start a bunch of things, just start focusing on doing one thing you do every day. And I think most people here probably get up and brush their teeth or bathe every day. And if you know, whatever it is that you do first thing in the day, like add everything else to that. And I think that will be beneficial. But anyways, today's energy is one of those where it's like, yes, it's easy to start the day off with good intentions and for it to end just wild as you had the intentions to take care of some important things today. but nothing went as planned, as you found yourself like a kite in the wind minus the anchor. With today being the 24th, the number 2 energy is unifying and nurturing. The number 4 is stable. Today's energy could bring up things around the house, like work that needs to be done around the house, certain things that need to be taken care of around the house. Or with today's energy, things could bring up issues around you as far as your self-esteem, your self-worth, your confidence, and all of that stems from your goals, your titles, your status. Where are you in the world in relation to your peers? And, you know, based on how you feel about that, you could find yourself today wanting to run away from those feelings, where it's like, you know, all of a sudden you're craving certain things and you might think, oh, you're just craving a certain thing. But no, actually, you took a selfie, and when you looked at the selfie, you notice something about your body, your face, or yourself that you don't like. And that was a trigger for you. And some days you can overlook it, but today is one of those days where, not that it's heavy on you, where it's not like tomorrow where you could find yourself obsessing over it. Today will be one of those days where you notice this thing about yourself that you don't like, or this thing about your life that you're unhappy with, and you'll think you've moved on, but then all of a sudden you're craving certain things, and you'll think a craving is just a craving, when no, the craving is just like medicine to stop the pain. When it comes to the tarot, we have the moon energy in the reversal position. In the upright position, for me, the moon brings me to like a full moon. And whenever the moon is out, like, things are so much more clear, uncomfortable and irritating, but clear. Uncomfortable and irritating because it's often things we don't want to see for whatever reason. But in the reversal position, to me, it's not being able to see everything. But to me, with this energy here, I feel like it's choosing not to see the truth in a thing, choosing not to see the reality of a thing. So this energy here would remind me of like skeptical vibe, like being a skeptic about something, being a skeptical about certain things. And I've caught myself being skeptical about certain things. And I guess my skepticism was because, like, to accept that it was real will make me feel powerless and unsafe in the world. So I was skeptic, but I've learned over time where it's like, I can accept that this is real. And if I feel unsafe in the world, it's because I need to readdress my faith, my spiritual beliefs, because that's where my security and my stability comes from. With today's energy, lots of sudden and unexpected changes can happen within the day, but I feel like in good ways. Today could be like a glitch in the matrix where you know, one thing leads to the next and you meet someone that you really like, and that's super cool. That kind of sudden and unexpected thing, where sudden and unexpected thing happens and things just kind of fall in line and work out for you. But back to the sea serpent and this energy here, to me, it's almost like being confronted with a certain aspect of yourself and not wanting to face it. So like I said, it could be a situation where it's like you try to get dressed and you try to put on certain clothing and it just doesn't fit the way how it's supposed to. And it's like you thought you didn't care as you pull for something else to put on. But then all of a sudden you have this strong urge for a donut. And it's like, you think you just have this strong urge for the donut, but no, that thing not fitting. You may have thought that you moved on, but you didn't move on. It's like facing a certain aspect of yourself, choosing not to see some truth in it. And then boom, there's this need to escape. And the need to escape seems so organic. It seems so natural, but really it's medicine. You know, it's your way of unknowingly trying to create balance, but it really actually just makes things worse. The moon enters into Cancer today, and it's a part of a T-square with Neptune and Saturn in Pisces, Sun in Libra, and Mercury in Virgo. So with the T-square being made, And Jupiter and Mars is also a part of it in certain ways. This energy all brings me back to familiarity, the things that we're consuming, whether it's information on our own that we source, the connections, the people we associate ourselves with, because information comes from them. Whether they're speaking or non-speaking, their energy itself is one big like satellite. And I think of like how, say, when we're in the presence of certain people, how their presence could be positive to our lives and help us to thrive. And then being in the presence of others and their presence just doesn't work with our energy and it feels like we can't get anything right. It's like, it's still information. We're being informed. So when it comes to, say, T-square energy, it's about the information we consume, people we associate ourselves with, and the foods that we're consuming. Like, there's a big struggle when it comes to that, and truths are being exposed when it comes to that, and we can't unsee truths. You know, we can't see, we can't unsee the reality when it comes to how we're being informed, whether it's foods, information, or people in our world. That's being exposed. We can't unsee that. And even if we don't do anything about it right away, for the simple fact that we see it, it'll play on our energy for a while. So it's like coming to a realization that your relationship, your friendship is parasitic. It only feeds on you. It brings nothing to you. You could have a moment where you realize that and you keep the friendship going, but because you've realized that, the dynamic of the connection starts to change just from you coming to that realization. And I feel like with the aspects going on, we're coming to the realization around plenty pertaining to the foods we're eating, the information we're consuming, or the people we're associating ourselves with. And though there might not be major change right away, just from our awareness, things are slowly starting to change. Mars is the ruler of the day, and Mars is in Cancer, positively aspecting Venus in Scorpio and Saturn in Pisces. So with a positive aspect to Mars, Mars in Cancer, Mars deals with our motivation. And with Cancer energy is all about, like, it's like Scorpio dealing with self-preservation. Cancer energy is all about survival also. So it's like with the water elements speaking positively together, it brings me to, like I said earlier, you know, recognizing certain things, the truth in certain things, because it comes down to your survival. And once you recognize these things, you can't unsee what you see, even though in the moment, you know, you might be facing certain truths with yourself and choosing to unsee it. But for the simple fact that you are aware of it, things will slowly start to change, even if it's not right away, because just becoming aware of it, a seed is planted in the mind. And that seed is going to grow, and over time, it'll get to a point where a person can't take it anymore and they have to make changes, because you can't unsee what it is that you've seen. Hey guys, I want to share with you 7 benefits of getting a numerology natal chart awareness coaching session. The first one is understanding your internal programming. The second one is becoming more clear about your purpose and passion. The third is setting goals for success. The fourth is awareness of strength and areas of improvement. And the fourth one was foundational for me, because whenever you're aware of your weaknesses, no one can use them against you. And when you're aware of your strengths, that makes you unstoppable. And that is why I say self-awareness is a superpower. The fifth benefit is removing obstacles. We first have to become aware of a thing in order to remove it in the first place. The sixth benefit is understanding relationship dynamics. We don't have to change the people in our lives. We have to become aware of ourselves and start from there, and everything changes. And the seventh benefit is upcoming transits, if that's something that you would like to look into because you're planning for something or you just want to be aware. So if you're interested in booking a numerology natal chart awareness bonus coaching session or learning more about it, the link to book or the link to send me an email for questions are both within the description box below. If you'd like to check out my Patreon where I share exclusive content, the link to check out what's happening on Patreon is in the description box below. It is always such a pleasure sharing these messages with you. Before you go anywhere, please let me know you're here with me by dropping me a green heart in the comment box below. I would love to hear from you and look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Love yourself as if your life depended on it, because it does. Take care of yourself, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.